So, I tried emailing and it wasn't really making much sense to me. I was having a hard time explaining it, so I thought I'd just make a video. I'm just gonna move this down so you can see my stitching and knitting. So it says to knit 12, 14, or 16 or whatever you're supposed to knit, and then bind off the 12. So here I've knitted some. Let's say this is the number that you need. So then you want to start binding off. So what you'll do is you'll knit knit the 2. Oops. You'll knit the 2 and then carry that one over to bind off 1, and you'll just carry however many you need to bind off. So there's 2. Thinking you're supposed to do 12, so you just want to bind those off as many as you need, making sure you're carrying over however many they say to bind off. I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can. My stitches are all funky, so take a little. Okay. So I'll do a couple more here. Then once you have bound off the number that you're supposed to, then you just want to knit the rest of them all the way to the end. So here we go. Knitting all the way to the end, and when you get to the end, and we'll take a look at it, and I just sorry. I thought I messed up. I did it. It's really hard to talk and knit at the same time. When you get all the way to the end, you'll see how the neck is going to start forming, and you'll have the shoulders. And again, I'm not using the right number of stitches. I'm doing this to get the point across. I think that's fine. I think you're gonna get it. So here you can see this is the part we bound off, and that's where the neck is starting to form. So now I don't think it really matters if you work on the left shoulder or the right shoulder first. My suggestion is to start on the shoulder that's closest to the end here, because while you're working on these ones here can just stay there while you're working back and forth on this row. Then you won't need to use that safety pin stitch holder thing. So you'll probably be on a purl row now, so you want to purl to the final ones, the final 2 stitches, because you want to bind off 2 every other row at the neck. So you want to go to the last 2 because you want to bind them all. You know what? Just go all the way to the end. Sorry, this is confusing you. So sorry, just go all the way to the end. This is going to be easier to bind off if you bind off at the beginning of the row. Remember, just leave these here. Don't just act like they're not there. Don't get your stuff all tangled up in it either. Okay, so you want to bind off 2 now. So there's 1, 2, and then knit the rest of the row. And when you get to the end, then just turn around and go back, knit the whole row, because you just want to do it on every other row. And I think you're only supposed to do it until you have 8 stitches left on the shoulder. So I think you just have to do that 2 times or something. So you'll knit the rest of the way, bind off 2, knit the rest of the way, and then you'll just work back and forth on those 8 stitches until your piece measures the 4 or 5 inches from the armhole. Remember to measure up perpendicular, like up and down like this, not on the diagonal. Okay, you get an accurate one. So then when it measures the length it's supposed to, then you want to bind them off, and this is the way I'm going to bind off for the video. Just gonna take them off. You're not going to do that though. You want to make sure you bind them off right. Otherwise that could be a problem. Okay, so then now you have these stitches left here, and when you bind off, then you can just snip the yarn, and then you'll leave a tail. You come over here and you want to bind off 2 because it's at the neck. So you'll hold your yarn and your tail, knit 1, knit 2, bind off 1. It's going to be, because you have the tail, you're just going to have to kind of tuck it a little, and you can knot it in it, weave it in there so it's all secure. However you do that. There's different ways. Okay, 1, 2, and then knit the rest of the way. When you get to the end, do the same thing. Knit all the way, bind off 2, knit the rest of the way. You should have your 8th, and you can work back and forth until it measures the same as the other armhole. Bind off, and then you have your finished one. It's gonna look a lot better than this. So good luck.